Hello po, sharing a sample of a portfolio for non-classroom observable indicator for teacher for position. Ito po ay yung para sa reclassification. Ang ginawa ko po is inipon ko lang yung mga non-classroom observable indicator dun sa mga nakaraan na RPMS and PMS dahil 3 years po yung nasasakop niya. So, meron pong 5 NCOY na kailangan pong ma-present. Yung iba po may annotation, yung iba po yata dun ay wala. So, kinompile ko lang po siya. So, ito po. For, yung una po is galing po ito sa PMES, School Year 2024-2025, CRAW 1 Objective 2. Sa code po ay that is 1.2.2. Use research-based knowledge and principles of teaching and learning process. Ang MOVs po niya, any one of the following used in the classroom observation. So, lesson plan, lesson exemplars, activity sheet, assessment materials with annotation describing the use of research-based knowledge and principles of teaching and learning process. Ito pong part na to, meron na po akong separate na video na naka-explain po doon kung paano ko po nilagay doon or pinakita yung research-based knowledge and principles of teaching and learning process. So, dito po, ayan, nakakabit lang po yung daily lesson log ko na meron pong annotation na din sa bawat parts ng DLL. Ito po yung annotation ko. This daily lesson log integrates research-based knowledge and principles of teaching and learning by explicitly indicating them alongside each part of the lesson plan. Ayan nga po. Each procedure elicit, engage, explore, explain, elaborate, and evaluate. Includes brief notes referencing applicable teaching strategies grounded in educational research. For instance, activating prior knowledge is highlighted in the elicit section, which supports constructivist approaches, while the use of real-life applications in the elaborate section reflects the principle of contextualized learning. This side-by-side placement of strategies serve as a guide to ensure that instructional decisions are intentional and aligned with how students learn best. By embedding these principles directly within the lesson flow, the teacher ensures a coherent, research-informed approach that promotes student understanding, engagement, and mastery of the concept. Ayan. Next po natin is set achievable and appropriate learning outcomes that are aligned with learning competencies. Ang code po niya ay 4.2.2. Ito po ay galing sa RPMS 2023-2024, CRA 3 Objective 9. Ang MOVs po natin, at least one lesson plan, kahit ano po dun sa mga lesson plan natin, or one lesson from a self-learning module developed by the RATI and used in instruction with achievable and appropriate learning outcomes that are aligned with the learning competencies as shown in any one of the following: lecture, discussion, activity sheet, performance task, rubric for assessing performance using criteria that appropriately describe the target output. Ang nakalagay ko po dito is lesson plan, kung saan pinapakita ko po dito yung achievable and appropriate learning outcomes na naka-align dun sa aking competencies. And then, aside from that po, naglagay ako ng supporting evidence kung saan pinapakita ko na, ayan, ina-apply ng bata yung learning competencies dun sa kanilang assessment. So, ayan po yan. Pictures ng group discussion po nila and then group activity or group work po. Next po is adapted and implemented learning programs that ensure relevance and responsiveness to the needs of all learners. That is from CRA 3 Objective 10. Ito po ay makikita sa PMES 2024-2025 kasi meron pa nga po ako nakalagay na PPST 4.3.2. Ang MOVs po dito ay any one of the following: proof of implementation of learning programs. Example po is progress report, accomplish report. Proof of contextualization, localization, and indigenization of learning programs. Example po, mga progress report, technical report. Proof of adaptation of learning programs. Example, progress report, accomplishment report. Action plan, activity proposal, activity matrix for adaptation and implementation of learning programs with annotation describing the relevance and responsiveness of the learning programs to the needs of all learners. Ang nilagay ko po dito ay proof of implementation of LRP kasi kailangan daw is learning program. So, sa school po, for the continuity of learning, meron po kaming learning program po. Ayan, utilization of activity sheets in mathematics, triangle inequality theorem. So, ito po ay yung pagka po nagkakaroon ng suspension of face-to-face classes. So, para po magkaroon ng learning recovery plan, which is the Project REACH, para mapakita na na-apply yon. So, nagkakaroon po kami ng ganito, yung mga online. Ayan. So, doon po mapapakita yung continuity. Ayan po yung annotation ko. Shows the school's commitment to helping all learners catch up and succeed. The program uses localized and flexible learning activities that fit the real-life situation of students. Okay, yan nga po. When face-to-face classes were suspended due to high heat index, ito po ay naganap nung nagkaroon ng suspended because of high heat index, the school used flexible learning to continue lessons at home. In Mathematics 8, students received activity sheets on the triangle inequality theorem after it was discussed in class. They answered the sheets at home, sent photos of their work, received answer keys, checked their answers, and submitted their corrected work with scores. This method shows how the learning program responds to students' needs and keeps learning going even during class interruptions. It also promotes independence and ensures that all learners have access to quality education no matter the situation. And then, meron pa po akong isang inad. So, pwede rin din po ito. Proof of implementation of peer tutoring. Dito naman po, yung mathematics club namin, nag-organize sila ng peer tutorial sessions to support learners needing additional help in mathematics during the fourth quarter. Mayroong mga selected grade 10 students po sa school namin na nag-serve as peer tutors, and then napili nila is yung graded students sa iba't ibang sections under my supervision. This session provided targeted support to help learners better understand lessons they found challenging in class. So by offering personalized and peer-led assistance, the program helped address learning gaps and supported students in improving their performance. This initiative reflects the students' effort to respond to students' diverse needs through collaborative, learner-centered, and localized strategies in line with its overall learning recovery goals. Next po is yung monitored and evaluated learning progress and achievement using learner attainment data, or this is 5.2.2 from RPMS 2022-2023. The MOBs, any one of the following: individual learning monitoring plan, sample learners output with reflection, self-assessment, progress charts, anecdotal record, class, e-class record, reading sheets, lesson plans showing index of mastery, frequency errors with the identified least most mastered skills, and equivalent as for document the data sa objective individual learning agreement. Since wala po kong individual learning monitoring plan nung time na to, ang meron po akong objective na talagang kahit sino po ay meron is yung e-class record. 4 po yung inilagay ko dito na MOVs kasi parang kailangan within the fourth quarter siya meron. Ang annotation ko dito is attached is a copy of my e-class record for the first quarter, serving as evidence of my diligent monitoring and evaluation of my students' progress and achievements. Next, para sa second quarter naman po, ang pinasa ko is grading sheet, which provides substantial evidence of my diligent monitoring and evaluation of learner progress and achievement through the utilization of learner attainment data. Third quarter, class record, yung mismo sinusulatan ko lang po muna. I have attached a copy of my class record for the third grading along with my students' record. So, kasama po, naglagay din ako ng record ng mga students ko as evidence that learners actively participated in monitoring and evaluating their own progress and achievements. This documentation includes the reflections and the signatures of their parents, indicating that they were well informed about their child's academic journey. And doon naman po sa fourth quarter, yung mga learners' output naman ang nilagay ko. Attach a picture of my students' output activity in the fourth quarter as proof that they actively participated in monitoring and evaluating their own progress and achievement. And yung pang-last po na NCOY is set professional development goals based on the Philippine Professional Standards for Teacher 7.42. This is from our PMS 2023-2024, Craft 5, Objective 14. Ito yung mga MOBs po niya. Certificate from the ICT, Coordinator, School Head Person in charge of ESAT, IPCRF, or in development plan natin. Mid-year review form and updated IPCRF development plan from phase 2. Ayan. So, nag-attach lang ako ng certification para sa ESAT to. And then, yung IPCRF Part 4 Development Plan. Ito naman yung development plan ng phase 2. And ito yung mid-year review form or MRF. And that's it. Yun lang po yung masishare ko sa mga NCOY for T4. Next ko pong gagawin is for T5 naman. Thank you!